the day after the Super Bowl. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. A lot to get into. We're gonna ask you. Got some questions for you. See where you're coming on it. Let's see. Let me get these questions on the. Okay. Got this poll question up for you, so feel free to chime in if you get. Coming at you live. We're gonna see what we got. Gotta send some feelers out to folks to see if people is out and about. Put this thing out here. Okay, what we got? Somebody coming through. If you're coming on, feel free to let me know because I'm trying to send out everybody. I'm trying to get everything filled out, so I want to make sure I capture. Because I'm here and we're gonna talk about it. If you want to talk about this game, what's happening? How you doing? How you doing today? Tell me where you're coming from. Tell me where you're coming from. Thank you for the like, and let's talk. So there's a lot to discuss. Obviously, people been talking about the game being fixed and stuff. I said no. Philadelphia do what they supposed to do. They just punched them in the mouth. They beat him up. That's what you do to Patrick Mahomes. You know, you have to get physical with him. You got to run him out of his sweet spots, and you got to make him run. Kansas City did not run the ball at all, so that was the end of that. Um, they did a great job of down the field, giving them different looks. He threw some bad picks, and he was flustered. And basically, football ain't brain surgery. It comes down to just pounding you on the line. That's what it came down to. I been doing this live stream. If you go back to what I said Philadelphia was the best team I seen in NFC. I said they were gonna beat Detroit if they played them. I said that they were too physical. Saquon Barkley was my MVP, and that Philadelphia was a physical team, the best defense I've seen all year. Jalen Hurts has been disrespected, so you can't say that no more. They did the thing. So I wasn't shocked. I said Kansas City winning would be an upset because I think that they had been playing against teams they got over on who played close to the vest. One of the worst things in hindsight that happened to Kansas City was that shutout at the end of the season. It was a meaningless game against Denver. They never really got their footing to really wax teams. They did enough to beat teams. So they had only scored 30 points one game all season. So they were definitely taking a beating and they lost a step. So I think the pressure to try to live to crazy expectations. Now, let me get this to you straight. He could still turn around and win the Super Bowl next year. Then what? I do believe Mahomes has got one or two more Super Bowl chips in his arsenal. So I wouldn't rule him out of coming back again. They're not gonna go nowhere. They're only gonna get better, and there will be somebody who wants to go there. They just got to get the chippiness that they had, but they got to get back to winning, where they're not just getting by. But his dominance and run has been unparalleled. I don't care what nobody says. You still got to go through him to beat him. 7 AFC Championship games to start your career, 3-2 in the Super Bowl, three-time Super Bowl MVP, two-time league MVP. Who wouldn't want that career? But you know, they were definitely vulnerable for the take. Philadelphia was the team, so you gotta give them up. As for the halftime show, I like Kendrick all right, but it's a bit much. I think Not Like Us and the novelty and kind of wore off, and I don't know how much longer you can keep pounding and pronouncing and saying things without eventual backlash, without people getting tired of you. I got all the messages and everything, and I understand the Cali culture and stuff like that, so I'm not even arguing that. It's just that it just seems to be too much of one thing. But I got what he was doing with symbolism. But no, it's not one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows I've ever seen. I tell everybody all the time, Michael Jackson, Prince, and Bruno Mars got the three best Super Bowl shows I've ever seen. And after that, you can debate those three. Donna Ross in a helicopter is pretty underrated too. You gotta have theatrics. But I just know that eventually they're not gonna keep having hip hop acts up there. They're gonna do something, you know. But the game was over at halftime. And as a matter of fact, I think in the second quarter I was saying Kendrick's the only thing that's left to still watch because the game was over. Kansas City should have gone ahead, waved the white flag, and gone back home at halftime. It was down 24-0. So somebody else said, well, they got scored 22-16. If that game had been like that, that'd have been something, but it wasn't like that. They had gotten his head. When Kelsey didn't catch that one ball, even though you threw it behind him, that was a turning point of the game right there. Really. And they came on a mad blitz after. He was just hoping to have some, heaving. Just it wasn't in the cards. He got rushed. And it was something about them playing in New Orleans where when they beat the Saints, when the Saints were 2-0, and I went about how they just neutralized Carr and they neutralized Alvin Kamara in that game. That was a part right there where I said this team's defense, because that was a game right there. Everybody they played, they neutralized their defense. They played Baltimore. What's up? They neutralized Derrick Henry. That's what they do. Their defense was the best defense I saw all year, and I said that already. Had already said their defense was the best defense I had saw all year. Defense wins championships still. As great as Mahomes is, you can't offset that defense. So, all right, Jay. Well, let's talk. Let's get into it. You know, I've done my videos, and I said what I said. I still don't hear nobody talking about stuff as being rigged and stuff. I don't hear that mess. I learned a long time ago. George Foreman said it best: if you're gonna beat the champ, you gotta knock him out. You can't play with him because if you gotta depend on the scores cards or the judges or something, you ain't gonna win. All you doing is giving away tears. So anyway, let's talk though. What's up? And I saw what you said. You know, he's still the top three greatest quarterbacks ever. That ain't changed with me. He's been to five Super Bowls before he's 30. Look at his resume. Doesn't change. And then do you put him over Brady? That's all argumental for Montana, however you look at it. Doesn't change the fact. He's still dominant. He's the most dominant quarterback of his generation. So doesn't change that. He just lost to a better team. Now, what does it do for Jalen Hurts? I don't know if it'll do much for Jalen Hurts because I don't think people are going to exactly be all giddy on Jalen Hurts. I just don't. But he's bad. He is legit. He just isn't as an aerodynamic quarterback as Mahomes, and he wasn't as aerodynamic as Lamar. But he's bad. Brady wasn't going to beat that Eagles defense. It was very similar to what the Giants did. It's something about that NFC East. It's almost that's what people can say a conspiracy and a rig because they come with those sets and they're quick. And what they do is that they don't let you run because you can't run. And you got to figure out who's going to run a cross route, slant route, all that. Well, they were already keyed on Kelsey, and they were off. They was getting a jump on the left. They were coming at him. They were clogging lanes. So he didn't have no chance to do. Yeah, he'd probably throw some screen passes, but Philadelphia was covering all of his usual gaps. You know, and he doesn't run like that no more to just run out of that. So they were closing lanes. I don't know about that because that Atlanta game, he was fortunate to come back, and that was because of turnovers. That's why that was. Should have lost that game. But the Giants game, they neutralized him. You got a couple shots, but he got hit. Actually, that fumble that he had against the Giants was very similar to Mahomes' fumble. Hit like that and knocked down. I can't say he would have. But see, the Patriots personnel is actually some similarities with going to Gronk, going to Kelsey. But the problem is that Brady, how he did get flushed against the Giants. He got flustered. I know. But then all one possession, except for the game against Kansas City, all one possession wins too. Take your pick. Because it beat Carolina on one possession, beat Philly on one possession, beat the Rams on one possession. Take your pick. Beat Seattle on one possession. Think about it. The Rams was 10-point difference, but it was really one possession. Because he didn't look that good in that Super Bowl. It's just the Patriots defense was dominant. So, just saying. It's really that's when you playing top tier football. It comes down to, nickel and dime. That's really what it comes down to. People don't just run roughshod over you. So, but different era too. Different era. Different era. And people were hating back then too. you know, I like them both in different ways. Brady was crazy competitive, and Mahomes is crazy competitive, but it's a different way they hit you. Mahomes' athleticism is second to none, though, on that stage. But again, you didn't get the looks. Philly just beat them up on the line. That's what it came down to. It was old fashioned beat you on the line. I like whatchamacallit that ran and caught that ball deep. But yeah, if they have Tyreek, I think they win too. I think so. And let's just keep it 100. Tyreek comes back now, they could win two Super Bowls. So that's all it takes is a guy that's a burner. D Hop dropped that ball, which he catches that ball, he might still been running. That could have been a momentum changer right there. He dropped that one ball. He had the rock and he dropped. Yeah, they did a great game plan on him. But see, the problem is this: Jalen Hurts is so disrespected. He gets treated like he's just some I don't say a scrub, but he's not no game manager. Jalen Hurts can actually move that thing. He can pass that rock. He's got tangibles, but he gets downplayed like he's just like a standby side piece. He's very versatile. But yeah, they did a good job on Saquon. But if you're gonna stop the run, you got to make sure that you can run, and you can't turn the ball over. So you missed the marks there. No, Kansas City covers a lot of ground, but their secondary does get ate up. You can pass on them. There's things they did. They just again they got beat up on the offensive line. That's what it was. Philly was just too big, too strong, too bold, too black. Waxed on that butt. That's what it was. Should tell it like it is. So sometimes it be like that. But that should tell you how great Saquon is. That's why he was MVP. Because if you go out to do all that and that's why he was MVP. When you're not even worried about the quarterback, which is not a good look. But Jalen Hurts is not somebody that you can sit there and not prepare for. I know how good Jalen Hurts can be because they almost won that Super Bowl 2 years ago. But he's one of those guys that they're gonna still treat real Casper like they don't want to acknowledge him though. But he's great though. I think one thing that has to be true, Kansas City has to get somebody on offense that is such a stud that they could almost be a Super Bowl threat to win MVP. Because if they ever depends on Mahomes, while it's great in all its glory, it can come up, not good. So I think Andy Reid gets the playoff next year. They got a chance to. Yeah, they should be. They should be. But the problem with Philly is they're not consistent. They don't usually do back to back, and they use a lot of people. They're gonna lose a lot of players, you know. So they tend to do this every so often. But let's not get it twisted. If Philly was to go back to a Super Bowl next year, they've been to three in the last 10 years. That'd be four in a decade. That'd be crazy. I was mixed. I like Kendrick, but I don't think he really flows with a halftime performance. I just don't look at him as that kind of an act. Most people came to see Not Like Us. I didn't like SZA. I didn't like her. She was lip syncing. I didn't really think she added nothing to the show. Samuel Jackson was dressed as Uncle Sam, which was interesting. I got the metaphors and the symbolism. You know, Serena Williams, Crip Walk came out. See Walk. She came out. See Walk. That was cool. That was a dig at Drake. But as far as like, it wasn't like a show that I got hyped about. For me, Michael Jackson, Prince, and Bruno Mars gave the best halftime performances I've seen. Usher's was good, but he just lacked that punch. Dre's was good. There's about you know. So most of them tend to be whack. This was entertaining to an extent, but everything to me seemed like it was geared towards. He was giving symbolism, messages, and stuff, but then it was dissing the Drake, and I think that kind of defeats the purpose. After a while, it becomes gimmick ball. But I do think Kendrick is good though. Please keep on hitting them likes. It don't come on through. Please, if you're around, you want to comment, feel free to come on through. We're talking about the game. We're talking about the halftime show, what you like, what you didn't, and we just fill in the blanks. And whatever questions, feel free to ask. And let's get it going. I'll be here on this nice, pleasant Monday for another hour. So let's just do the chop, 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 shall we? Yeah, if they get Tyreek back, I think they would be definitely a scary force. I like the wheels they got. D Hop, just didn't drop. He dropped that one pass, and that was big. Can you not hear me at all? Sometimes it be kind of on the woogie woogie. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me though, cause I got my volume on boost. So, holla. I know I'm good on my end. So, anyway, I'm glad you're coming through. Yeah, glad you're having time. So, yeah. I just don't want to hear no more talking about no rigged and no conspiracy messes because I'm like, yo, all this stuff be fixed though. Entertainment's rigged. So let me know what's up. Baltimore is always a favorite to come out. It's just they got to finish the job. That's all. Kansas City will either be better than they were this year or they'll stink. It'll go one or two ways. That's how I look at it. I'm a firm believer he'll get another ring or two before his career is done. And there'll be another team that people will love to loathe and be knocking them because of the runs they've had. It's tough. I saw that. But he looked good in that game, though. He looked good in that game. Well, he's injury prone. And I said it before. It might be a hot take or whatever. If the guy could ever stay healthy, he might be one of the 15 to 25 greatest players ever. Because his skill set, I said it, he's more of a natural talent than Giannis, more athletic than Jokic, and more versatile in movement than Embiid, but he just can't stay healthy. He should be in the same conversation with those guys and maybe even considered better. He just can't stay healthy. That's the only knock against him. Skill set is cat can bump, and believe me, him and Kyrie could be a problem if he ever gets it together. Watch out. So, but I've been saying it for like 20 years, and you know. But anyway, Lakers ain't got no center, so you gonna be problematic too. You're gonna catch up when y'all get a real schedule against y'all. You'll see. Playing good though. I'll give you props. You look loose and you're scoring, and you're getting play from everybody. Got Austin Reeves out here. He must be. He think he Dan Marley. He gonna try to get him a contract. So we'll see. But it was almost like it's done to balance things out. This stuff looks kind of. We'll see. We shall see. All right, please free to hit these conversations. Let's see what we got. If you were on, let me know. Feel free, feel free. I miss the days when this place used to be bombarded with a lot more faces. Hopefully, people come back again to the live stream. Some noticeable folks not coming through, but hopefully, we'll hope everybody's doing okay out there. Life does happen, so I get it. Anyway, just waiting to see people come through. And if I get enough folks, I'll be on past an hour. If not, I'll just call it an hour. And again, oh, you don't catch it live. There's always the podcast, which will have it on. So if people are busy or they don't come through, there is a way of seeing it if you want to watch the live. And let me know if you want a more live. Let me know. So quiet again. Mhm. Somebody coming through. So if you're on, please say something. Let me know. Let me know. Just waiting to see if people talking. All right, back live again. See what you got. Hmm. So anyway, we're gonna see what's up. Like I said, I'll be on for we'll be some more comments and questions. So feel free to talk. Hope everybody having a good day so far. All systems go. Yeah, I'll be working on some videos though. Mm. Talking about AD. So yeah, feel free to give me some conversation, what you want to talk about. Just kind of like taking everything all in. Mhm. So just taking everything in. We seeing what we're going through. Just checking some mail. Anybody coming through, let me know. The Super Bowl crowd be a little bit more lively. Maybe the game just wore people out. Maybe they just don't. Did I think that it's one of the worst Super Bowls I've seen? I've seen blowouts. This blowout was even worse than one at Tampa Bay because his offensive line was hurt, but they just got manhandled this game. that haymaker deep. But it's one of those things where, you know, so we just kind of like in chill mode. Hmm. So let me know if you can hear me though. If you're still around, let me know. It is super low key today. Super Bowl Monday, the day after. It'll be interesting what these heads on sticks got to say. They're gonna act like they're still not gonna give Jalen Hurts his full due though, and understandable compared to Mahomes' legendary body of work, but still, Hurts played great. The defense was incredible. It really wasn't that close. So we'll see. Football is a tough sport to dominate in. And I said it many times. I say it before. Things have to go your way. Anybody who knows about the game knows it has to go your way. You don't just, come up and win without paying your dues. So, got to pay your dues. So anyway, just on, and we're gonna see what Friday comes through. See what we're working with. Appreciate the people that are coming through. Just feel free to hit conversation, hit the like. Just one of those things. So I may or may not do another live this week. We will see. I want people to let me know if they want more lives or not. Because if I come live, I gotta, you know, put the questions and everything. So let me know what you want to do. So we will see what we're working with. Like I said before, oh, what a lot to take on. And of course, the questions are: does Philadelphia's defense, how the best defense I've seen in the Super Bowl, where does this one rank? Mm, it ranks up there with some of the best I've seen because they destroyed Kansas City. I mean, they stopped them from running, and Mahomes got flustered. So, I mean, it was 40-6 going in the fourth quarter, so it was pretty much a beatdown. Mahomes hit that bomb, and I'll give it to that hitting that bomb pass, but the game was over. I mean, it was not. It was not. It was nothing that you would sit around and go, "Oh, it was 18 points." It was more like 36. It really was. It really was. It was a beatdown. Philadelphia came out on a mission. Now, if they played again, I tell you, Kansas City would probably beat them. I guarantee. I think they would beat them because I think Kansas City would make the adjustment. The adjustment would be hit that line and being able to run that ball. Philadelphia does such a great. There's a few things that they did that was so great all year long. They ran the ball, they beat you at the line, and they controlled the clock. And then their defense got auto at you, so they put you. They that's why they were able to be blow teams out. You know, they were consistent with that. We watched them all year, run the ball, beat you on the line, and run that clock out. They did it. They did it to Pittsburgh. There's one game when Russell Wilson had only two possessions in the second half. They did last night, and they did it to the only team that I saw that exposed them was the Rams, and that was because of that fumble. Rams the only team that thought they could have beaten them. Washington was in it, but the fumbles hurt them. But you know, when you play a team like Philly, you got to bring a lunch pail and expect to be black and blue. And Kansas City did do a good job against the run, and for the most part, they were within the lanes, but turnovers and three and outs. Philly two clock, ran them up. I think Kansas City should take the ball first, start the game. But we'll never know. We will never know. So if it was a boxing match, they throw in the white towel. So it wasn't anything to write home about. Mm-mm. Over before it started. Sometimes it be that way. So anyway, yeah, that's what's up. Anyway, be on for a little while longer. See if anybody come through. Please, if you come to the live stream, please let me know. And if you want some lives, let me know. So we are live in color. I think people that kind of came and went. So I will be on for about a few more minutes. Barring some people coming through a barrage that I come on for a little bit. Let's see what the poll to at 1% neither. Interesting. Well, the game was a blowout, and the Halftime show wasn't for everybody, so that's an interesting take. So anyway, probably call it up a day in a few minutes. See if anybody comes through, got any commentary, anything to say. So we're just gonna wait. Okay, we shall see. I'm working on some videos today, so I'll probably, like I said, I'll have to see if I get some requests. Anybody want to come through? Had a good chat on Sunday though, so I have to pick the days and times where they look like everything is pretty cool. Sunday was good. I doubt I'll probably wait till the weekend at the earliest. So I'll see. Get my picks right. It's kind of coming in and out today, so we'll see. Anyway, I'll be on for another minute. So we got. Anyway, we're gonna call it a day in another minute. So come back another time and let me know when people want to do live again. And hope everybody have a good day. Appreciate the ones that came through the conversations. And if we're gonna do a live one, let me know another time, another place. Because I want to make sure that that I get the most out of it, and that people come through and got want to speak and do things. So that way we'll be more organized with it. Uh, but anyway, um, appreciate everybody that came through, and hope that you have a good rest of your day. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay full, stay you. And we're coming back again sometime sometime probably towards the weekend. They gonna do. So we'll go from there though. All right. Peace and the best. I catch you on my one time.